Uh, oh, yes, I can. It's not showing. It's just composition wise. It's cropped to the side. It's too. Okay, hi everyone. In this video, I'm doing a photo critique, and this one, the person's done pretty much everything I've asked for, which is good. He's named his photos, he's given a description why they're good, and everything. So that's pretty good. He's sent in one, two, three, four. I think it's just 4 photos. Yeah, just 4 photos, so that's fine. So let's get into it. The first one he sent is water photography. So he's managed to get a great shot of a water droplets as they've just kind of splooshed back up. You've got a little one over there. And some interesting colours as well. So you've got all these purples and pinks going on here. Description, this is an image I made, water photography. This is an image I created in a silk with a water drop. I think you mean a sink, not a silk. In 2 flash was... Okay, we're going to be struggling with English here. Okay, Lee Tin, I'll just kind of guess what you're saying here. I like the colour, it is different from the typical photo. You're right, it is typical, but the purple and pinks, I think, it's not really kind of, giving the... There's probably a reason why it's an unusual colour. That's what I'm trying to get at there. And the wave of the water to create... What I would say, it also looks like it's at a bit of an angle. I would like it if you were shot maybe a little bit lower down and if it wasn't so cut off at the first ripple. So just kind of watch that. Think about the whole shot, not just the drips there. Yeah, it seems like it's at a bit of an angle and it's cut off a little bit too much. Use F11 as F11 is used, which makes the flash really difficult to catch up with the high-speed shutter. High-speed flash was used, therefore I only have 1 frame or 2 frames to capture the action. Okay, yeah, cool. Good creative exercise there. It's not really something you're going to win any kind of portfolio with or anything like that, but yeah, do. And the only thing is that it just looks like another water drop shot, and you can get that. Anyone can get that. I want to see you do loads and loads of these until you get a really odd shaped water droplet, or where you get a proper kind of odd reflection in the water droplet, or something like that. Here is a water drop, is a drip. Anyone could have got that. To make it a bit more special, I want something different. What you've done here is you've used the colours as your speciality here. But again, I don't think that the colours have really added to it. I think you want to capture the shapes or the weird shapes or the kind of inverting of it or something. And maybe a slightly lower angle would be good as well. Okay, so that was your first one. Next one is Cardiff Bay. Okay, nice. You've given me a nice panoramic shot here, and I can't see any stitching. So, oh, yes, I can. I'm seeing you've covered up something here. So whatever that was, something there, and something here, and something there. Okay, no, maybe you have done some stitching going on here, and it's quite obvious there, and there's definitely something there, and definitely something happening there. Can't see anything else. What do you say? This is Cardiff Bay. Cardiff Bay is less Cardiff Bay and more super sky here. Also, there's something odd going on with the cloud. How it goes from puffy, white and blue to then we've got this kind of pinky, orangey stuff going on here. So I don't know if you've done like an HDR of this. Let's see what you've said here. I replaced the sky with other photos and some brush to use to mash up or mass up a little bit of the sky. Contrast and sharpness also be increased. Right, okay, so it's a different sky from what was actually there. This is a beautiful sunny day with nothing interesting in the sky. Therefore, I took another picture another day and replaced the sky. Okay, clever bit of photoshopping that you've done there. I think the messing up does create another interest about. Well, yeah, okay, it's interesting, but it hasn't worked. Really, it is a cool shot, but you've got to watch the colours that you're adding to it. It looks like the shot of the sky there may have been like an evening sunset. Meanwhile, the shot here, you can see the sunlight's coming straight down the way. So just be careful when you're mashing up, editing, sticking different types of sky in. When you might be changing the total colours there. So just be careful in that. And it definitely looks like you've done lots of bits on the water as well. Maybe taking out boats as well. Okay, good work. Next one is... I can't even pronounce that. Caerphilly. Caerphilly Castle? Caerphilly Castle. Okay, you've got a couple of ducks there. You've got it looking... it's a bit odd. It's kind of like... Kind of nice how there's like these cute little ducks going around in a pond, but then it's like really evil castle and like horrible scary clouds and all that kind of stuff. You've also done HDR and you can see that you've got the kind of people blurring over there, so that's quite obvious. And this just a bit too much of the puddle kind of going up. Let's get a shot more kind of almost panoramic again, just like there, rather than seeing all this extra, which doesn't really add to it. And also you've cut it off a bit too much at the side. So just be careful. Again, this is really more about your composition rather than anything else. Just be careful about what you're bringing in and what you're bringing out. Here it looks good because of the perfect weather. The castle has its picture taken millions of times, but I have never seen it with a bad weather. Okay, the weather is bad. Weather is bad, but it wasn't raining, which allowed me to take a long exposure to make it HDR. I like the reflection as well. To be honest, I didn't actually notice the reflection until you've mentioned it to me there. So it was just a bit odd. So you've done a long exposure, HDR, and you've got reflections and ducks in the same place. Kind of confusing me there. Would I stop, if this was on like a photography website, would I stop past it? Probably not. I'd probably just think it's another shot. It's not showing... It's just composition wise. It's cropped to the side and it's too much water. Like the water comes up halfway. So it's really a photo that's halfway around. And there's nothing really that interesting in the water here. So I think the HDR is fine for the castle. But it's almost like you've done two completely different types of photos. Okay, and then I think it's your last one. Free running. Well. Free running, parkour... or just, you know, urban gymnastics. What's actually happening here? Or has he just fallen from the sky and that's him just about to hit the ground? Again, this would be great if you use some flash in this. I think the free runner itself is good, and it make it even more interesting with the beautiful sky behind. Yeah, it'd be good if it's a proper silhouette of everything, because like here you can really see there's like some kind of roof of something there, which is a little bit distracting there. And also just the clouds there. It'd be good if he was properly silhouetted and it's just a kind of a more of a clear sky. But here it's kind of it's almost like a sky shot and a sports shot. Angle wise, you've got him in the corner, that's fine, but you can't really tell where he is or if he's actually jumping off something anyway. So yeah, I think maybe a different night, same kind of action, same kind of stuff. I'd like to see it with flash as well, just so we can actually see the person if you're going to be doing it almost at night time. It could be a really cool, interesting location that he's doing it in. But otherwise, yeah, keep working on it. Don't edit too much is all I'd say just now. Work on the composition before you start playing around with putting in different skies and you know, really try and capture what you're wanting to capture, not reflections, and you know, it's almost like you're trying to get too much into single images. But okay, Tin Lee, timing is important. Yeah, okay, cool, good work. But you definitely need to work on the composition. Okay, that's all. Cheers, bye bye.